Welcome to the Brunch Baddie Wall, where we talk about weird things on the internet, random dramas, and things of that nature. So grab whatever you're about to sip on. For me today, it's a watermelon limeade Frisca from Chipotle. And let's just jump right into the video.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
So that was 27-year-old Nautica Malone in Arizona. Essentially, you can see what happened. He exposed himself to a barista at a coffee shop, and it did not go well for him. Unfortunately, this man had unsubscribed from life, and it's left the internet divided. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the whole scenario, and then at the end, I'm going to do something really crazy, but we'll get into it later. So let's talk about it. After that whole incident was recorded, somebody's mom went onto one of those anonymous Facebook groups. And if somebody's watching, can we like make an agreement? I want to get into those type of groups, but usually I don't meet the requirements. It's usually to help women see other like women and help them out with that. But I would like to know some of the drama there. I digress. Let's get into this screenshot reading. All right, y'all, be careful. This happened while my sister was at work. She works at Bikini Bean, and this man had himself exposed as if it was okay. Like absolutely disgusting. If you see him, stay away. So this clip was actually a recorded crime. That's public indecency at the least. But I'm pretty sure it's some sort of assault charge. For real. But then the update gets a little worse. Okay, so I had posted this just yesterday. We were able to get the name of the guy who did this. I had spoke with his wife to let her know of the situation and that the video was going viral. And she informed me that I'm not sure what to think of this situation anymore. What he did was wrong, yes. But to take his own life is just, I don't know. I do hope no one messaged him saying awful things that influenced his decision. I only spoke with his wife, never addressed him. I gave his information to the owner of the Bikini Beans to give to the police. But this is not what I expected at all. Yeah, so unfortunately, this man was going through a lot and did something that is permanent in life. I'm going to do something. This is the crazy thing I'm going to do at the end of this episode. Give my opinion. But before I do that, I'm going to lay down some ground rules because I feel like it's almost needed. Just a little few rules of engagement. Only two, nothing crazy. Number one, to respect women. Okay. No matter what conversation we're having, we're going to be respectful of women because I don't tolerate that. Okay. You might have a mom, you might have a sister, you might have a girlfriend in your life. Respect women regardless. Okay. I will crash out in the comments over that. And I'm being so serious. Number two, my opinion, your opinion. They're both opinions. We're both random people on the internet in the same space. If you don't agree with my opinion, that's fine. I don't want you to necessarily agree with my opinion all the time because then we would all be a hive mind. It's okay to celebrate our differences. If you do not agree with something I say, there's a way you can call it out. Just be like, I don't agree with this, blah, blah, blah. Go into your reasoning. I might respond, I might not, but that's okay. Doesn't mean I don't like you any less. Doesn't mean you have to hate me at all. Just respect other people's opinions, okay? The internet has been trying to push this narrative where if I don't agree with you and you don't agree with me, you're not okay. No. I refuse to cultivate that culture in my comment section. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, let's get into my opinion. So now with all that out of the way, there's two big main conversations that are probably I have a big opinion on. Number one, men's mental health. And number two, but the most important out of all of this, self-control. And an extra point three, he did not do my number one rule, which is to respect women. So number one, with men's mental health, in this day and age, there's a lot of professions that can be pushed out a lot more. due to the digital age, we are able to see. Before the internet, there was magazines, right? If you wanted to do stuff like that, Goonin, you would get a magazine. Then the internet came. Cool. Now we have the internet. There was still a little nuance because you had a family computer. Not everybody had internet access, even though the internet was there. But now we're to the point where everything I need is right here. And there's another thing that happened, right? If you're my age, I'm 26. When we got out of high school, not even high school, let's dial it back. In middle school, when you first found out about those type of videos and things of that nature, at least for me, it was in middle school. I started finding out about provocative videos. I don't know how much I can say on YouTube. I started finding out about these provocative videos around middle school and stuff. And it was strange because as a young boy, it's like, yo, I just found this website, blah, blah, blah. You know, we could openly talk about it. Then when high school came around, you know, people started getting relationships or doing stuff with significant others. And the pornography conversation, it kind of went away. But pornography never stopped in the habit for a lot of men. And the problem now is we can't talk about it. We cannot talk about that conversation of, hey, are you still watching? Because it's weird. It's weird. Why would I care if you're watching? Why would you care if I was watching? Dang. You wouldn't. But then things like this happen and it kind of makes you wonder, should we still be talking about it to, like, you know, somebody that understands where we're coming from? Because it's damaging. Think about it. The last time you were watching those type of videos, was one enough for you to watch? If you could just find one video, was that enough? Or were you scrolling to find the right one? But keep doing that for months on end. After you keep doing that, you start to get a little bored. And then you start to push limits. And that's exactly what happened. And the only reason I think that happened to this guy is because the look of, what am I doing here? But right before he pulls off, it's very subtle. If you look him in the face, in his eyes, it wasn't a confuse of just rejection. Now, I'm not saying rejection didn't have a play in it, but it wasn't just rejection in his eyes. That brother was lost. Okay. He was lost. It's just those type of videos. They're more damaging than you think they are. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, don't do it. It's bad, because I don't know. It's just kind of life around here nowadays. You just kind of do that. But that leads me to my second point, which is self-control. When you have self-control, it kind of gets rid of that pushiness that you kind of experience from watching those videos. When you keep being like, I'm better than this, I'm going to find something to better myself. That's why I feel like a lot of the times when, like, people have like bad breakups and things, they're like, I'm going to push myself in the gym to better myself. Like, there's a lot of other ways you can better yourself. And especially when it comes to this, mentally, you can better yourself. Physically, yes. Yes. Better yourself physically, of course. I'm not saying don't do the gym. Do the gym. But mentally, you have to be introspective and think. Sit there and think about, why do I want to do this right now? Because I'm telling you, at least from my perspective, I think that's what's happening. He had no one to talk about it. Male loneliness epidemic, hello. And then he didn't have any self-control, which caused him to do that in a drive-through, out of all places. If you don't have self-control and you don't have no one to talk to it about, things like this are easy to pop up. Yeah, for sure. This guy did not respect women. At the end of it all, he actually, unfortunately, his passing left behind a whole family. He was married with a wife and kids, a singular kid, in 2023. I would show the picture of him, but I just feel like that's a little too personal for me to do. But I can speak on it at least. But before we get into that, I just wanted to go back to point one. I didn't necessarily know at the time of filming if I could say pornography addiction, but that's what I was alluding to. Pretty much with men's mental health, you're not able to talk about pornography addictions. I mean, unless you have like a therapist, it's not necessarily normal for you to talk to your guy friends about, hey, I think I might be struggling with the pornography addiction, because those pornography addictions later lead to you doing more mistakes like he did. So point three, him not respecting women. Bro had a whole wife at home. You have a whole wife at home and you're going to do something that's going to risk you getting jail time. But not only did you get risked with jail time, you actually committed a crime against your own body. You took away your own life. Now that child has to grow up knowing the digital footprint that you left behind, because as we get more and more into this digital age, your digital footprint will matter. This pains me because that child has to grow up knowing how his father probably passed away. Us as men, we need to really work on that. Just audacity. That's the only way I could really clock it, is audacity. I won't get too much into it because, you know, someone very important in my life is going to do a video on that, and I won't say no names. I'll leave it out for the open just in case you can't commit just yet. But just know, I'm on your tail. I'll say this much at least. We need to, as men, work on making women feel comfortable wherever spaces they're in. The only way I can clock it is audacity, because even as I was scrolling through and trying to figure out what people were saying about it, or even trying to figure out what his first name was on Twitter, which don't look up that hashtag on Twitter. It's actually, this is not normal. No one should ever defend this type of behavior. Nobody should. And I still saw tweets like this. The irony is so loud. Look at what the person taking the video is wearing. Short shorts and a t-shirt. And shouldn't you have enough self-control to just admire outfit and move on? See, I'm so fed up. I can't even put things into words. Just what a woman wears, you should have enough self-control to be distant or observe from a distance. If you still have the need to look, observe from a distance. Don't interact. Don't make it weird. Don't make it uncomfortable. Why are comments like that still a thing? I don't know. Tell me what y'all think in the comments below. Yeah, just let me know what y'all think. And as always, please like and subscribe. I mean, we can end on a happy note. I literally posted a video about CapCut, and it's at 1.4K views by the time of me recording this video. So that's wild. My first documentary, which I mean, I think both of these are on the screen right now as I'm speaking. That is at 401 views. Please go watch that. I worked really hard on that one as well, and it would just be really appreciated. But as always, if you just like the video, just leave a like and also subscribe, you know, become a part of this growing community. I'm almost to 80 subscribers. That's crazy because I did that in a month. That's wild. So thank you to everybody that's watching, everybody that's sharing, everybody that's commenting, to the top. See you in the next video. That's what I should say, actually. See you in the next video.